Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're reacting to Wilt Chamberlain for the first time ever. I'm going back and looking at all the legends of the past I never grew up with. I started watching ball in 2010, and Wilt Chamberlain is a name that comes up a lot. Wilt 100, and I've never actually seen footage of this man play. Maybe I've seen like one highlight thing, but I ain't never done anything to look up this man's career because I thought most of it didn't exist. Kind of like his 100-point game. So let's check out the Wilt Chamberlain highlights, the ultimate cut. It looks like people have touched this up quite a bit to make it look a little bit better. So I'm wondering how good the footage will actually be. But let's see if Wilt was a legend like people tell me he was. Let's go.
As great as you were because of the time, or would you be as great now?
Good question. Bro, this looks AI.
I'll tell you something. As bad as it looks, it didn't miss by that much. You see me make two in a row? No, I had to sap one fast. There you go. I'll bet you $5.
Bro, is this AI or just really touched up?
I just paid the last three of them. I don't care. This is the one I'm talking about for $5. Get it up. Get it up.
My impact will be everlasting. I don't know about that.
In 1959,
I mean, we still talk about you, so maybe.
Chamberlain hit the NBA with full force. He was the first player named Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season.
When Wilt came into the league,
dude, Rookie of the Year and MVP is insane.
In the late 50s, I think absolutely there was fear.
Wilt won 7 scoring titles. He won 9 shooting titles. He won 11 rebound titles.
Dang.
And then he led the league in assists one year.
Wow.
And here's Jerry West, back to Chamberlain, back to Jerry.
No athlete in a team sport has ever brought the elements of size, strength, and speed into a league as the young Wilt Chamberlain brought into the NBA in 1959.
Wilt Chamberlain's size, strength, and athleticism were unimaginable. He made large men appear small. And when he played, it seemed all too easy, almost unfair.
Hey man, the guy got a nice fadeaway.
His numbers were too big for comfort. He didn't just break records, he destroyed them. Basketball was Wilt
That hook shot doesn't even look real.
Chamberlain's sandbox.
They've got a tremendous performer going for them. Wilt, the stilt, is all fired up.
Going through the middle, nobody goes. Wilt takes it in himself, puts it in there.
Unbelievable shot. I don't see how anyone can stop him.
They go to Wilt with it. He's going to the basket.
Chamberlain electrifies the crowd with his celebrated dipper dunk.
West leads by 4, 85-81. All right, Wilt Chamberlain, surprised. But when you're that big, I think you want to make that one.
For most of his 14 seasons, he played in a shadow of perfection cast by the press.
He's had a lot of terrible things said about him because he didn't win more.
If you win, everybody says, well, look at him. He's that.
It is shocking how, like, poorly he did versus Bill Russell, comparatively, I will say.
Big. If you lose, it's, how could he lose a guy that size?
These hook shots are insane, man.
He
the
says,
form?
well, look at him. He's that big.
Look at this.
If you
Homeboy just palming the ball and doing like a little sweep hook shot.
It's, how could he lose a guy that size?
No,
to me, he's kind of like a mutant, you know, just so different because he was so special. This is someone I like to, you know, to look like him sometimes, you know.
I will say, watching Victor Wembanyama does kind of feel like probably what people thought watching Wilt Chamberlain was like.
It seems incredible now to think he averaged 50 points.
Yeah, 25 rebounds. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Times were different. It was a different
game. Yeah. It was a different game still, you know. 50 points, 25 rebounds. It's 50 points and 25 rebounds.
Yeah.
It's a credit to what a physical specimen he was and how talented he was.
It's true.
He was an amazing machine looking for maximum performance and effectiveness from himself.
You know, Wilt played guard with the Harlem Globetrotters, and I guess he's the first and last 7-foot guard in the game of basketball. But we wanted him to handle the ball more because that's what the people came to see.
Dang.
I honestly don't think you could have been guard Wilt.
I probably won't, but could he guard me?
Yeah. He's something.
Man, Defense wasn't special. Yeah, right. No, defense, he scored 100 points, too.
Love hearing the appreciation there, man.
I learned a lesson early against Wilt. When I was a rookie, I blocked one of his shots, and he blocked every shot that I took the next 5 times we played them.
I think probably Wilt dominated the game more than anyone else. And the reason I say that because Wilt could do it on both ends of the floor. Offensively, no one could guard him. And defensively, Wilt was going after every shot.
A great play by Chamberlain.
Nice.
Walker gives it to Love. Chamberlain blocked it. Great play by Chamberlain.
Monroe. Put it up again. Chamberlain slaps it out. That's 7 times Wilt's blocked shot.
Dude, these highlights are like low-key better quality than some of those 80s, 90s Michael Jordan clips I've been watching. I'm kind of impressed whoever, like Fubus, putting this together.
Tonight.
Chamberlain has 8. He blocked the shot, but Lou keeps it back.
Dude, I've heard the Kareem skyhook was unguardable, but Wilt Chamberlain out here showing me it wasn't unguardable. I've been told by so many people that skyhook, nobody could block it, nobody could touch it.
Has 8.
Dude, Wilt Chamberlain just swatted that thing out of there.
He blocked the shot, but Lou keeps it back. That's the 3rd block for Chamberlain tonight. He blocks another one.
That last one might have been a goaltend, but he still got it out of there.
He got the hook shot.
That's one of the finest defensive plays I've ever seen in basketball.
Lenny Wilkins cast off a shot that appeared to be 3 feet above the basket. And Wilt jumped up and caught this ball with one hand. The referee called goaltending. And I hollered at him, "How could you call that goaltending?" And he says, "Guy, what I just saw is not humanly possible."
I came to the NBA as a defensive player. So everyone was afraid of my defensive game, more so than my scoring game.
Dude, I never heard this man talk either. That's dope.
Scoring performance of all time. 100 points for the Big Dipper.
I like this in Shaq and Wilt go at it. Wilt was strong as everybody disrespects Wilt.
I always felt like when people said, well, this guy is shooting more baskets than anyone else, I said, because you stay away from him. He was so powerful with his elbows and everything. You wouldn't want to be in his way. It was dangerous.
Air ball, rebound, Chamberlain.
He was the only guy that could change the landscape in basketball, change the rules.
The free throw shooter had to release the ball behind the line.
This man's, like, his leg length, his wingspan length, and the muscles this man has at the same time are ridiculous.
Wilt could take off from the free throw line and dunk the foul shot.
I've been watching. We'll give you a couple talks soon, man. All right, we're good.
What if we could send Michael Jordan back in your prime?
Wouldn't that have been very wise of Michael?
He'd have been crushed, is what you're saying.
I don't think. I know you've been crushed.
Dang. Y'all making this man look like a mythical legend, dude. Like, look at that. No way that photo real, dude. He's taller than the building. It's cool nonetheless, man.
In the 50s, they knew of Wilt Chamberlain in China. That's how big an athlete he was and is. You're not talking about, you go and say Joe DiMaggio to somebody in China, they don't know who Joe DiMaggio is. And Joe DiMaggio is a great athlete. This man is world renowned.
Without Wilt Chamberlain, it might not be in the NBA. Wilt Chamberlain was the only guy people knew, man. I'm talking in 1970. You go through an airport, they go, are you the Globetrotters or Wilt Chamberlain? That's the only people they do. So he was the guy who brought people to the stands. And
you know, I always wondered why the Globetrotters never actually became NBA players, but I guess Wilt was one of those.
Promoted the game.
Wilt was putting on a show for people. You know, Wilt carried the NBA for years.
The league didn't matter until Wilt came along. It's Wilt that put the fannies in the seats. People were mesmerized by him.
Yes, sir, like just tickets to the basket and just dunk it like I should have most of the time. I was shooting fadeaway shots, and I was shooting hook shots, and I was shooting finger rolls, and I was shooting whatever came to my mind, or whatever I thought would be pleasing at the time.
Wilt's not just a basketball player in the way we might think of LeBron James or Kevin Durant. He is trying to navigate an actively hostile structure and system.
He's a black man. and he's dominating what had been basically a white sport.
Yeah.
100%. They changed the rules in college and the pros to target and limit Wilt Chamberlain.
If I just went out and took it to the basket every time, I'd be averaging 70, 80 points a game.
He was the most important player of all time.
Without Wilt, wouldn't be any Kevin Garnett's, wouldn't be any Kobe Bryant's, LeBron James, Michael Jordan's. Wouldn't be none of us.
He was the first rock and roll superstar in basketball.
Wilt was an amazing leaper. Philadelphia trainer Al Domenico saw Wilt put a quarter on the top of a backboard.
Basketball
Put a quarter on the top of the backboard?
may not have even been his best sport. It might have been track and field.
He was able to win back-to-back-to-back Big 8 track championships.
Dang.
He ran a 100-yard dash in a little less than 11 seconds for a 7-footer.
It's astounding that Wilt could, in the same body, have inexhaustible stamina.
Size, speed, strength, and agility.
Yeah.
Young Wilt Chamberlain might have been the greatest pure athlete of the 20th century. Don't the younger generations know about the Mighty Dipper?
When you talk about the
I do not.
greatest basketball player of all time, Wilt should be in a discussion. Michael Jordan hasn't come close to doing what Wilt did.
It's not possible for any human being to do the kinds of things that he was able to do.
I think there will be a period of orientation for me to cross like it is for every newcomer in the NBA, but I think in the long run I'll be able to handle myself man-to-man with anyone in the league.
The greatest player ever to play the game, Wilt Chamberlain.
When you look up there at that number 13 in days and weeks and years to come, I don't want you to think of a guy who garnished a lot of rebounds and a lot of points. I want you to think of it as a guy who has a lot of friends. I'm going to count you guys all among them. Thank you very kindly.
Yeah, it looks like Steve Harvey here. Got that same stash. Yo, that was dope, man. I truly have never heard the man speak. I've never seen his highlights. I've just heard stories, like the Wilt 100 story. I've seen the photo, of course, but that's insane, dude. The athlete that he was, some of the, like, the fadeaway shots, because in my mind, when I think of the 50s and 60s, I think of very, very different brand of basketball. But I feel like he was almost ahead of his time doing things that I see current players still doing. And so, with the height, how tall was the man? How tall was he? Wilt Chamberlain height. Dude, I can't type. He was 7'1" with the 7'8" wingspan. Defensively, present day, like put this man present day, still a monster rebounding, still a monster with defense. Range between 250 and 300 pounds. What was his vertical? 48 to 50-inch vertical? What was MJ's vertical? MJ vertical. 46 inches. 48 off and sided. So the man had Michael Jordan's vertical while being able to be 7'1" with the 7'8" wingspan. I understand why people might want to put this man in the GOAT debate. Because that is ridiculous. Dang, man. RIP. Died in 99. I didn't realize how long ago he had passed away. Two-time champion, NBA Finals MVP, 4-time MVP, 13-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA First Team, 3-time Second Team, defensive team 2 times, scoring champ 7 times, 11-time rebounding champ, assist leader. The man did everything. He was a globetrotter, which is so crazy. Man, what a career, dude. See, I don't ever want to hear some Wilt slander ever again. People talking about how bad he was compared to Bill Russell, and Bill Russell won 11 championships in the same time Wilt only won 2. The man was still a beast, and as Kobe said, like, the man averaged 51 here. He played 48.5 minutes per game. How is that even, I guess, overtime? How is that even possible? But he averaged 37, 38, 50, 44, 36, 38, 30, 33, and now he went down to more reasonable numbers for the latter half of his career. But early Wilt, dude, in the 60s, insanity, dude. Insanity. I'm glad he won a couple of chips, man. I know it's a bummer that, I guess Bill Russell's team was just that much better. I don't think it was just head-on-head. Bill Russell was that much better. But hey, I haven't looked at much Bill Russell either, so let me know if I should check him out next. What are your thoughts on Wilt? Where would you put him all time? Because I think it's hard to judge players in the 60s and 70s a lot more than it is to judge players in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Because those still feel a lot more recent, and the style of play was a lot more similar. But let me know what y'all think about Wilt, where he ranks all time. I don't know, man. After seeing them highlights and hearing some of those stories and, like, just his ability, his sheer physical ability. How many blocks per game did this man average? Why is that not on here, Wikipedia? Shame on you. Shame on you. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Hope y'all have a great day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Doses.